Sufis and a Tasawwuf is dangerous on the Ummah. The things that they believe, their tasawwur about al-Islam, what they call the religion. What they call the religion is as if Allah Ta'ala did not give them uqul. This thing of a talaqqi. The word a talaqqi, it means to take knowledge from someone. Like right now, you're sitting and you're making a talaqqi. You're sitting in the class and you learn the Quran and you learn the dars and you hear from someone and you take from them. That's called a talaqqi. The Sufis, from what they believe, is that the shuyukh and even some of the regular people from amongst them, they can take directly from the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sallam. That the Nabi comes to some of them and he gives them a hadith. Some go even further than that and they say that they take directly from Allah Azza wa Jal. This is a common practice with all of the famous Turk of the Sufis. All of them without any exception. That they believe that the Shaykh of the Tariqah has the ability to take and make a talaqqi from Allah directly.
وَمَنْ أَظْلَمُ مِمَّنِ افْتَرَى عَلَى اللَّهِ كَذِبًا أَوْ قَالَ أُوحِيَ إِلَيَّ وَلَمْ يُوحَ إِلَيْهِ شَيْءٌ وَمَنْ قَالَ سَأُنْزِلُ مِثْلَ مَا أَنْزَلَ اللَّهُ. This
could be kufr. But we don't make takfir on people because a lot of times people are ignorant. Allah Ta'ala mentioned in his book, who is more oppressive and who is a bigger liar than the one who says, revelation comes to me directly. Allah reveals to me and nothing was revealed to him. Or the one who says, I'm going to reveal something similar to what Allah revealed. Who's more oppressive than that individual? So the people in their dhikr, which another thing that they have from their beliefs and practices is the special dhikrs that they have in which they sing, they dance, they play drums, they sing songs that are impermissible and they go overboard. And in those dhikrs they actually believe that Khidr salawatullahi wassalamuhu alayhi actually came again. From the beliefs of many of these people is this issue of al-Isra Vel Mirac, al-Miraj. And I'm not talking about the Miraj of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm talking about the Miraj of some of their awliya. They said if the Nabi can make a Miraj to the Sama, then they can make a Miraj. From the famous Sufi personalities who claim this, a man by the name of Abu Yazid al-Bustami, who has some good. They said, and he used to say, he goes up at night and he meets Allah. Ibn Arabi, not Ibn al-Arabi. Ibn al-Arabi is a Maliki scholar, mufassir of the Quran, a faqih from the fuqaha, a man of the Salaf. Ibn Arabi, not Ibn Arabi. Many of the ulama of hadith said that that man was a kafir billah because of what he used to say. And from what he used to say, he goes up to the seven heavens and he sits on the throne and he talks to Allah Azza wa Jal. And then the person believes that. With which aql can someone allow himself to believe something like that? All of this, from what they believe, Ikhwani, is this issue of al-kashf. Al-kashf is the ability to find out what's in that man's heart. And I really believe that I know what he's thinking. When I'm with the sheikh, I have haiba. I'm afraid like this. Because I actually believe the sheikh has the ability to know what's in my heart and what I'm thinking.
حين يستغشون ثيابهم يعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون إنه عليم بذات الصدور.
If, as it happened in Africa, the lights in many of the African countries, they don't stay on 24/7. Some neighborhoods, they have lights today and tomorrow is off. If you're sitting and you're giving someone dawah from these people and you're talking about their sheikh and the lights go off, at that moment, he believes that's from the kashf of the sheikh. If something happens at that moment, he sneezes, his ear itches, any of this khurafat that people have, the baby smiled at the moment the sheikh's name was mentioned, they believe that that's the kashf, something, an ability that he has to see into the unseen. Which Muslim in his right mind believes issues like that? And we have the book of Allah.
هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم.
Allah told the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, قُلْ لَا أَمْلِكُ لِنَفْسِي نَفْعًا وَلَا ضَرًّا إِلَّا مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ وَلَوْ كُنْتُ أَعْلَمُ الْغَيْبِ لَاسْتَكْثَرْتُ مِنَ الْخَيْرِ وَمَا مَسَّنِي السُّوءُ. Tell them, Ya Muhammad, I don't have the ability to benefit myself, to harm myself. And if I knew the unseen, no evil would have ever touched me. I would have protected my uncle Hamza. I would have protected my companions who were killed. I would have stopped these people from saying these things about my wife, Aisha, and other than that. But he doesn't have knowledge of the unseen, him or the Anbiya. So how is it that some regular person? And in each one of the issues that I mentioned, if you go deep to study what they actually believe, some of the stuff is clear kufr. If it wasn't for the fact that people were ignorant, you would have to judge them with the rule of being excommunicated from al-Islam. That was named after the man Ahmed Tijani. And this man says that if you make the dua that they have is called Al-Fatih. If you read this dua, you don't have to read the Quran, because this dua is 6,000 times better than the Quran. Anyone from amongst them, no matter what he does, homosexuality, murder, drink khamr, no matter what he does, they believe that they're in Jannah. All they have to do is go to the Sheikh at that time, who's living during their time. Sheikh makes dua, and Ahmed Tijani has a special position. All of his followers go to Jannah. Nakşibendi, and their leader is still living. And although he's old, the man, if you go to the YouTube, Nazım, you go to the YouTube, the man is swearing and cursing and using foul language because something is wrong with him. Wallahu alam. And the people make excuses for him, and they say that that's revelation from Allah. It's that we don't understand what he's saying, but the malaika understand. And then they say, look, it sounds like that to you, but the reality, that's revelation what they're saying. And they used to do this a long time ago. If the sheikh commits zina, and you see him committing zina, from their famous stories and examples, if he commits zina, he'll say, no, that wasn't a real lady, that was a boat, and the boat had a hole in it, and I had to fill in the hole to keep it from sinking because they were believers in the boat. And the people say, Allah, Allah. But the person with iman and aql is going to say, A'udhu billahi, A'udhu billahi. And from the scholars of al-Islam who we love, honor, and respect, who refuted this understanding of Sufism from the past, the top of the list, Al-Imam Ahmed, Al-Imam Shafii. These people were against this innovation of Sufism. Al-Imam Abu Zura used to always fight those Sufis of his era. Shaykh al-Islam, Ibn Teymiyye, Ibn al-Qayyim, Al-Imam Ibn al-Jawzi. For those of you who have that book called Talbis Iblis, Talbis Iblis, how Iblis messed around with the people who memorize the Quran, how Iblis messed around with the individual who's not fasting, how Iblis messed around with the individual who's rich. He gives categories of people, and he dedicates 6 chapters to how Iblis played around with the heads of the Sufi people, and he refuted those issues. So I close by saying there's no doubt under the sun, no doubt. Sufism, the way people are practicing it today, yesterday, it's not from the religion of al-Islam. As for az-zuhd and al-wara', then Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Teymiyye was upon that. Ibn al-Qayyim were upon that. Those companions of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like Ammar ibn Yasir, like Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As, used to fast the fast of Dawood, like Abu Dharr radiallahu anhu, who wouldn't keep any money, save any money. These people were from the awliya of Allah, and they were from the zuhad and the dunya, and the dunya was in their hands and it wasn't in their hearts. But that is a salafiyya in the religion, and it's not Sufism. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it from us and accept it from you, and bring our brothers who are on that path back to their rushd and back to their uqul. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.